This is the video for Unit 7, Day 13, Order of Operations. And today's video is dedicated to Andres in 6B. Hey Andres. Alright, so we're talking about the order of operations today because when we're solving a math problem with multiple operations, right, operations is like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, exponents, all of that. The order that we do things matters. So here's what I mean by that. So let's look at the problem 6 plus 2 times 3. So we have two people. We have Steve and we have Sally. So let's look at Steve's way first. It says Steve solves the problem by going left to right. And what is his final answer? So let's do it Steve's way. We have 6 plus 2 times 3. My pen's kind of faint here, so I'm going to switch colors. 6 plus 2 times 3. Okay, so going left to right, 6 plus 2 is 8. So this becomes 8, and then we have 8 times 3. And then 8 times 3 is 24. Okay, so Steve's answer is 24. Now let's see how Sally solves this problem. Sally does the same problem, but she does the multiplication first and then the addition second. What is her answer? So let's rewrite it out. 6 plus 2 times 3. So she does the multiplication first, so that's this part. So 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, and we'll bring this 6 down. So 6 plus 6. And that equals 12. So they started with the same problem, but Steve and Sally did it in slightly different orders. And Steve got 24, and Sally got a completely different answer, which is 12. And you're going to see in a moment that Steve's was incorrect, and it's actually Sally who did it correctly. When we're thinking about order of operations, the thing that can help you remember what to do in the order to do it is this right here. PEMDAS. Anytime you see a problem with multiple operations, you can write PEMDAS right next to the problem. And here's what that acronym is. The P stands for parentheses. So in operation, let's write in parentheses. And I know we use parentheses, right, in English. We also use it in math. The symbols are the same, right? It's this big open half circle, right? And you might have something like 2 plus 3 on the inside. That's an example of a parentheses. Another example is you might have, maybe 5 times 2 inside the parentheses. So parentheses are always what you do first in a problem. Next, PEMDAS. After the P is a E. The E stands for exponents. And exponents, what those look like is you might have 3 to the second power, or 3 squared, right? This means 3 times itself 2 times, or 3 times 3. That's an example of an exponent. Another example of an exponent might be 5 to the third power, right? 5 times itself 3 times. 5 times 5 times 5. That's an example of an exponent. So we do parentheses first, and then we do exponents. And then, after the exponents, the third step, which is the M or the D in PEMDAS, is to do multiplication or division. And you do first what's on the left side and you go to the right side. So you go from left to right whenever you have multiplication or division. So right, that might look like 8 times 2 in a problem, or it might look like 10 divided by 5. And the last part, the A and the S in PEMDAS. That stands for, and I'm sure you can guess, addition or subtraction. And that, just like multiplication or division, you also do that going from left to right in your problem. So that might look like, right, 2 plus 3, or 5 minus 2. Okay? So when you see multiple operations, you first look. Are there parentheses? Do those first. Are there exponents? Do those second. Is there multiplication or division in the problem? Do that third. Last, any remaining addition or subtraction, do that last. So let's put this into practice. Let's look at this example right here. Anytime you're solving a problem with multiple operations, I think it's really helpful to write out the PEMDAS or the PEMDAS like this. So let's do that on the side next to our example. P, E, M or D, and then A or S. PEMDAS right there. And now we can remember that this is the order that we have to go in as we solve this problem. So first, 9 times, and then in parentheses, 8 minus 6 to the second power minus 14. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. Right. So first we check. Step 1, letter P, parentheses. Are there any parentheses in this problem? Yes, there are, right here. This 8 minus 6, that's in parentheses. So let's do that first. So in this parentheses, 8 minus 6 is 2. So now we completed what was inside the parentheses. 2 to the second power, or squared, right? And we still have 9 times 2 squared, and then the minus 14 is still there also. Okay, we did the parentheses first. Next is the letter E in PEMDAS, or exponents. So we check. Are there any exponents in this problem? Yes, there are. Right? The squared, the 2 up there. So we're going to do that next. 2 squared is, or 2 times 2 is 4. Right? And we still have the 9 times 4 minus 14. Those parts still stay. Okay, so we did all the exponents. Next, multiplication or division, right? The M and the D in PEMDAS. So we check. In our problem, is there any multiplication or division? Yes, there is. Right here, 9 times 4. So we're going to do that part next. 9 times 4 is 36 minus the 14. Okay? Now we've done the P, the E, the M, and the D. Last part, the A or the S for addition or subtraction. That's all we're left with. 36 minus 14. Right? If you need to, you can write it out right here. 36 minus 14. Right? Maybe you know in your head, but you can also write it out. 6 minus 4 is 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. So 36 minus 14 is 22. And that's our final answer using PEMDAS, or the order of operations. The order of operations is really important because, remember, if we don't do it in the correct if we don't follow the correct order, right, we can get the wrong answer. Okay, so remember, using PEMDAS, this order, I want you to try to finish this problem right here using PEMDAS. And what you're going to do is, here are your instructions. You're going to close your computer because you're done with your video notes. And then you are going to finish pages 4 and 5. I really want you to get 4 done and 5 because there's a lot of good practice problems on 5. And that you can do with your partner. Okay, good luck.